Hello everyone, this is the second vlog in my Thought Bubble series as I prepare for the comic convention that's happening on the 16th and 17th of November in Harrogate. Today was a really rainy day and I just needed to take myself out on a little artist date. My comic book is finished. I was finally feeling like I could traditionally draw without feeling guilty because up until now I felt like anything I draw has to be for Thought Bubble, and it was nice to take a little creative break, get out of the house and just do a doodle for fun. It didn't have to be anything, it didn't have to go anywhere, it was literally just like, let me doodle. As I sketch away, feel free to get yourself a drink and sit down and draw with me or just put me on the background. But I just want to give you a little update on where we're at for Thought Bubble. So I am just under 2 weeks away now. I have sent off for everything that I'm getting manufactured. That includes my final prints, final stickers, and of course my comic book. So it feels so good to have that sorted. I'm excited to see everything arrive. I believe most of the stuff is actually arriving today, like the day I'm uploading this. So my next video, I can go through all the bits and pieces and show you how they all came out, and also probably show you what I'm planning to take away with me, like my packing list and everything. In the end of this video, I'm also going to show you what I plan to do for my setup for my table. I decided to only purchase a half table, and in hindsight I think that was definitely the right move. There was a point in time that I thought that I'd shot myself in the foot and that I really should have just paid for the full table. But now that we're here and I'm looking at all my products, they'll look cute and make the table look full. But if it was a full table, I'm saying full so many times, if I purchased the entire table, I definitely don't have enough stock to make it look nice and filled out, and like there's a lot of options. Also, because I am leaving the UK at the beginning of next year, I didn't want to invest in a whole bunch of products. I kind of wanted to keep it fairly small, so in hopes that I sell quite a lot of it and am not shipping a bunch of prints and stickers and books back to the other side of the world with me. I've also been given the exact table number. I am going to be in the red hall at C36B. So I'll put a little map up on the screen so you can kind of visualize where that is. But look how many artists. This is only one of the halls of like 3, and then there's the bigger spot that I think all the guest artists will be at. So this is going to be huge. Like I knew this was a pretty big convention, but seeing how many artist tables they're fitting in these halls, I am excited, but it's also like quite overwhelming. It's going to be so many of us. I also have purchased a little high-vis jacket. We received an email saying that for setup and pack down, you could only be in the hall doing that if you were in a high vis, and they showed examples of what you needed to purchase. That way I guess they're keeping up with their safety standards and they can see who's meant to be there and who's not. So me and my fiance have our little vests and we're so excited to get in there Friday evening, set up, and then the convention will start Saturday morning. We've booked ourselves a little Airbnb and rented a car to get from London to Harrogate. So basically all the admin-y parts of this are sorted. I'm going to do a video with all the costs, but just so you kind of get an idea of where we're at for the half table, I think it was roughly £115, which feels still pretty pricey for half of a table, but that's fine. And then the other cost so far that I can remember off the top of my head is the hotel that we're staying in from Friday to Monday is £280. So it's a lot of upfront costs, but it definitely could have been more expensive. I'm actually quite happy with how central our hotel is, and that it's sub £300. That's really good for me. It has been really nice having my evenings back as well, because obviously beforehand working a 9 to 5, it meant any art stuff, any comic book stuff was in after hours. And so that meant like I had to close my laptop from work, make dinner, and then spend hours on the comic. And so suddenly I've got all this free time, and it's so nice and so like guilt-free when I'm on my phone or I'm socializing. So it's been really rewarding doing this whole thing, but also it's so nice being in the period of time that basically all the work I can do has been done. Like now it is just get ready for the convention and see how I go. For Halloween this year, I decided that I was going to be a clown, so that's what's kind of influenced my little sketch today. It feels, I don't know about you guys if you use digital art a lot, but it feels so nice going back to pencil and paper when it's been so long. Though I find it funny, and this is how I can tell if I've been using my tablet and Procreate a lot, is sometimes when I go from digital art to traditional and I make a mistake, I will literally like tap the paper with 2 fingers like it's going to erase the mistake, and it's so fun. It's like a muscle memory thing, but it's just, I find it so funny when I catch myself doing that. I also want to get better at drawing in public. It makes me a bit nervous. There was 2 girls sitting next to me, and they were just chatting to themselves. Like it wasn't like they were encroaching on my space or anything. But I don't like having people watch when I draw, because especially when I'm doing warm-up sketches like this, like just doodling and getting back in the motion, I never feel like I want people to see that part, and it definitely comes from a perfectionist kind of mentality that it's like, oh, if they see me do a bad drawing, then they'll think that I draw this like this all the time, or whatever it is, like feeling like I need to prove that my drawings are good to strangers is such a frustrating feeling. But yeah, I definitely want to get into drawing in public more and just take myself on little dates, getting out of the house especially, because like I say, between working remotely, working from home, and doing my comic book, the majority of the last 5 months have been really in my house based. And not only that, but like in my room. I really have very rarely left this space. So it felt really, really nice to get out, be around people, get some fresh air, see what the weather's doing, and just sketch away. And I would highly recommend it if you're also feeling a little uninspired or just a little stir crazy in your house. I know that it's always expensive leaving your house and going to a cafe and stuff, so I do get that, because there have been times that it's been too rainy to go sit in a park, but I want to draw out in public, but I don't want to spend money on a coffee or at a cafe. But when you have a couple of extra pounds or dollars, like, it definitely is a nice feeling. It really just adds a different little atmosphere to your drawing session. which is always good. And here's the final sketch. I think she's really cute. And then my fiance was back from his haircut and it was time to go home. Today I'm going to do a little mock-up of my table stand to see how it's working. I want to go to the craft store today in case I need any bits and bobs really. So I want to see what it looks like first and then we'll go from there. I bought the classic cage crates or whatever you call them off Amazon for the stand. They're really simple to put together. I went for the black ones because I wanted it to kind of disappear when it was up. I didn't want bright white metal in everyone's face. But as you can see, I'm setting up as I would with my half table, and the blue tablecloth was just like the cheapest I could find on Amazon as well, just to decorate the table a bit. And then it was just down to seeing how many things I had at home that I could decorate with and gauging how much I would need to either make or buy to fill out the rest of the space. So up the top, I want to get some cardboard and make a little banner to decorate the top. Behind the stickers, I want to put either bit of material or more card just to give them a nice background. Down here, I'll have the different prints that I'm waiting to arrive. I can't decide whether I want my logo on the tablecloth, but honestly, I think I've run out of time to order anything for that. So after taking a picture of my basic setup, I chucked the photo onto Procreate and just, designed or at least mocked up what I thought I would like, so that I know when I go to the arts and crafts store what I need to be buying and like how much card for decorating I need, etc. Originally, I did think that a bit of card sitting behind the stickers was the way I want to go, and to be honest, I might still do it. I haven't fully committed to anything in particular, but I did see that I had a nice bit of fabric tucked away in a drawer, and maybe that would be more fun sitting behind these stickers. I also need to create labels for the stickers so that people know what they are, and then probably price them out as well, which I think is going to be a bit of guesswork, and then when I'm at the convention kind of gauge what other people are selling their die cut stickers for, so that I'm in the ballpark of the other artists. But I think this kind of banner at the top could be really cute and like really easy to do, but an effective look. And it kind of looks like a little shop window, which I think is really fun. I then, as I was looking at this, thought, do you know what? It would actually be really cute if I did a little cutout of Margot and maybe even some of the other characters from the comic book. This way it brings more intrigue and attention to the display for people walking past. And I don't think the book that I'll have up in this section will be the one that people can pick up and look at, because I think that would end up disrupting the display quite a lot, and I don't want things falling over. But I'll have one that's available to hold and flick through on the main part of the table, and this part will just be to add something cute and something eye-catching for anyone just browsing, walking past. I imagine that this step is a lot easier if you're doing a full table display and also just have a lot more items to sell. Like I said earlier in this video, as I was laying things out and working out how many more prints are coming in the mail and things like that, I realized that I've got enough product to fairly nicely fill out my little half table, but anything more than that at the moment, it would look really empty and really bare. So things like, you know, this little design of my comic book character, it fills up the space. It still advertises my products, and it doesn't leave my table looking like, oh, she's only got 2 things, you know. It just fills it in a more aesthetically pleasing way. I don't know if I should have ordered more things or if I've got a good amount, because I haven't. Firstly, I've never gone to this convention before. Secondly, I haven't done a convention in maybe 8 years or something like that. And I definitely don't want to get an inventory that I just can't shift. Like, it would be great to be able to sell most of what I have available. But yeah, and I just keep going back and forth with myself, like, oh, I've got way too much, like, no one is going to be buying that much stuff. And then I flip to, like, oh, I really love all the stuff I'm selling, like, other people are going to love it too, and within the first day I'll be sold out and have nothing else. And I know that is definitely some real dreamer thoughts, but I don't know, sometimes I convince myself that it's going to end up like that. So I'm very intrigued to see how it actually goes. Like I was saying before as well, I need to sort out a price list and have, I think, probably a list up here that's kind of at eye level, and then I'm thinking I might even have another list down on the bottom level for just so like those who are walking past can clearly see, and then those who are actually up at the table looking through the different products can clearly see the prices for things. From a lot of convention videos I've watched, it seems like you still get asked a lot of the time on prices. So the more information I have easily available for people if they're not able to ask me, the better. This is the one thing that I haven't worked out what I'm going to use yet. I want this kind of slanted or like step-like display shelf for stickers and prints. Turns out they're quite expensive on Amazon, and like I'm saying, I'm moving soon, so I don't really want to be spending a lot of money on this. But I need to keep looking, because I either need to make something, find something else, or just bite the bullet and purchase what I've found on Amazon. Because the longer I leave it, the less time I have for it to ship to me. And yeah, I don't want to kick myself for not doing it sooner. So yeah, I'll have some of my prints, some of my stickers, and I think that looks really cute. Like, it's a pretty good selection of stuff for my first one. I'm gonna have the stack of comic books down the bottom, my business cards, 5 prints, and I think I got 5 different types of stickers. So yeah, I'm feeling like this is a good setup. I want to put maybe my logo up the top, because I just realized that besides my business cards, you don't really know who I am. And my fiance mentioned that maybe a QR code for my link tree could be good to have. That way, if people are really into my art but don't want to purchase anything at the time, they can scan the code and have access to all my socials and Etsy and website and all that good stuff. While I was at the craft shop, I also got some extra cardboard because we have just had Halloween now, but at this time I was getting ready for my costume. This was Saturday. I had a Halloween party that night, so it was a last minute DIY with some earrings, a keyring, a headband, and some cardboard. I think it turned out really well, actually. I really enjoyed making this. It was really quick and easy, just turning cardboard into a cone shape, puncturing holes in the cardboard to pull my little bobble earrings through, and that was it. Oh, and I made little holes on the side to thread through some black cord that I could use to tie to the headband. it went really well. I thought I looked very cute, did a little cloud makeup, and had a really, really fun night. So that's it. Thank you so much for watching, guys. See you next week as we get closer to Thought Bubble. Bye!